Welcome to episode 81 of the PACT Life Podcast. I'm your host, Bruiser Carter, along with just my blood brother, Mr. Cut Carter. We got somebody entering as we speak right now. We got drum roll, please. Mr. Jace Easterwood, how you doing today, Jace?
What's happening, TT?
What's up? Gentlemen, how you guys doing, man?
I'm good.
Straight.
I'm good as well. We're gonna start it two ways. Let's talk about this PlayStation 5, man. I can tell by y'all face, y'all mad as hell.
I got some things to say to Sony, man.
This one trash. I feel like they could have went a whole lot of different ways about it. Everybody emailed and then waited to send out emails saying like, "Oh, it's now available for you." I'd rather that than me having to keep trying every 3 hours at Walmart. I'd rather them just put me in the list. You're number 10,508 in line. Okay.
Exactly. Okay. Okay. Yeah, at least I know I got a number.
And like they could do this on the side as well. Like they can still do releases like this, but
they doing something on shop.PlayStation, something like that. So it's like a queue of when you're supposed to get in line or something like that. Some folks waiting in line for like 3 days and stuff like that. Like they get in line right now, you waiting for like 3 days.
Online or in person?
Online.
Oh. Was waiting a couple hours, got to it, and then they told them it was sold out.
Yeah,
I seen a PlayStation 5 on resale on StockX for like $1,000, $1,100.
I mean, by the end of this week, it's probably gonna go down. But
nobody gonna pay that much for it. I mean, I'm not. Somebody will. I'm not saying nobody, but
definitely somebody will. I'm not.
Jace, do you tell me how? Because you was up at midnight last night trying to get that PS5. You was active early.
Man, this is what happened, man. My girl said she gonna buy it for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying my hardest to get it. So I ain't gotta pay for it, right? So we at her house, and
got an argument.
I got my phone, my computer, her phone, her computer, right?
Right. We
get on Walmart. Walmart said they ain't gonna release them till like 12 p.m. So like, all right, Walmart, it's whatever. Then Target, my partner worked at Target, and he told me that it was gonna be. This is what pissed me off. They said Target was gonna be from 12 to 2 a.m. So in between that time, they can drop it whenever. In between that two-hour time, they can drop it whenever.
So it sounded like you stayed up.
And then Best Buy dropped the bundle or something like that.
He dropped at 3 a.m.
Yeah, they dropped at 3 a.m. I'm already asleep. I'm not feeling
I was texting him all about it. He was like, yeah, they said they're going to do that 2 my time, 3 your time. I said, okay, I'm going to set it alone. Slept through
it. They should I feel like PlayStation should have told the people, like the companies that are selling their product, that you need to sell it at this time. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. But like, sell it at this time. Like, there's so many other ways I could have went about it. Like, it just it's horrible. It's still going on right now, and it's horrible.
Yeah, it's approaching at 9 o'clock. I think there needs to be a new innovation where, because like for example with sneakers app, my brother get up every Saturday night or Saturday morning and just try to get in line, don't get the shoe, and it's like do it every week, the back. I think there needs to be something. Somebody needs to come up with a process where to make all these things accessible. But I know that what makes them great is their scarcity. So that's why people love them so much.
I mean, the scarcity for PS5
the difference between shoes and the video game is
not
gonna necessarily. They might do a restock every now and then, but we know they're gonna make more video games.
Yeah, exactly. So I ain't tripping. Like, I'll just wait. Like I'm pretty sure they're gonna be selling them all week. So
I mean, I'll catch one eventually. I know. It's just
I'm gonna catch one
now.
Yeah. It was hard.
It's crazy. Did you guys see what was going on with the Xbox Series X? They was like people trying to make it seem like it was heating up and having smoke come out of it, but they said people was blowing vape smoke into it.
It looked like vape smoke. I don't know why people thought it was like.
I thought it was real. But what about that clicking sound? That was fake too?
I don't know if that was fake.
I didn't see that. What's the clicking sound?
It's like when you put a disc in, it sound like.
But my Instagram just like updated. This looks horrible.
Oh yeah, they changed it the way your profile page look on IG.
Oh my god.
You get the notification at the top now. It's whack.
Yeah, they changed it up for sure. But let's get into some of these sports. We're gonna start with basketball today. The NBA draft is fastly approaching. What's the date for the NBA draft? I think November 18th.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is November 18th. There's a lot of discussions of trade rumors going on. Who will go number one overall? So let's just start. We're gonna go team by team. Really, the first overall pick, the Minnesota Timberwolves. Carter, you're on the clock for the Timberwolves organization. Who would you pick if you were the GM for the Minnesota Timberwolves?
With the first overall pick in the 2020 NBA draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Anthony Edwards from Georgia.
And tell me why that pick fits.
Because I could see LaMelo, but at the same time, I feel like I want D'Angelo Russell to have the ball in his hand as much as possible. And that gives him the chance to spread the ball to Ant-Man, who can spot up and shoot, and Cat, who can spot up and shoot or post up, or, really don't have no limit on his game. So I feel like it gives him a better chance. And they got a lot of other players there that are fitting the groove, like Josh Okogie and
They got Culliver still too, right? Jared Culliver.
Yeah. So I just feel like he fit in more. Whereas we bring in LaMelo, he can play point guard and you can move D'Lo to shooting guard, but I don't know. I don't really see it. So if I'm them, I'm taking Ant-Man, or I'm trading that pick to get established star.
Oh yeah, that was done. That was about to be my next question. Do you think they should flip the pick? We hear the rumors of Chris Paul on the block, Jrue Holiday on the block, Russell Westbrook on the block.
None of them.
Oh, talk to me then. Who would you flip the pick for?
There had to be somebody like a team that's desperate to move up like the Bulls. I'd try to get Zach LaVine back to Minnesota or something like that. They have to be a young, because they're young. You don't want to, and it's Cat's team, so you don't want to bring in somebody that's, an alpha male and to take over. That didn't work well with Jimmy Butler.
Right.
So
Wiggins gone though. Jace, do you agree? Take Anthony Edwards with the first overall pick?
I say Anthony Edwards is the best pick, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take LaMelo. I wouldn't be surprised.
Why you think they would take LaMelo though?
They had that 1-2 punch in the what's it called in the
they backcourt?
Yeah, backcourt.
With Russell and LaMelo.
Yeah, they had that. But I mean, they both ball dominant, so I don't know how that would work. But I'm just saying I still see them taking some reason.
Got you. Moving on to second overall pick, Jace, you are Steve Kerr. You are talking to your general manager for the Golden State Warriors. Fresh off a bad year, injuries with Klay Thompson, Stephen Curry, trades with D'Angelo Russell. So you eventually tank the season and you have the second overall pick. Do you A, draft a player, or B, do you flip that player, that pick, and a player that's already on your roster to get a big time superstar or a big time name? What would you do if you're in that situation?
What I would do is get James Wiseman. That's the only pick that they would get. But what they're probably gonna do is flip it because they're the Warriors. So I see them flipping it for probably like a big man. I don't know what big man, but maybe like is Aldridge on?
Aldridge is on the block. I don't think he's right that second overall pick.
I don't think he is either, but it's the NBA. I really don't think any big man that's on the block is worth this second round pick because I feel like James Wiseman was a pretty good candidate. So I say candidate prospect.
You said that, Jet?
He might trade that pick and move back in the draft and then move back and use that pick to get Aldridge. I wouldn't give up that pick to get Aldridge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, what's the point of moving? I mean, you can get James Wiseman. I mean, James Wiseman, 7'1", she's like 230, 240.
System develop.
That's true, but I don't know. I just don't feel like doing all that movement is worth it when you got a young talent right here that's I feel is a good prospect. So
but you know right now, they don't care about developing right now.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, that is very true. They are trying to win.
Yeah, I do think they'll flip that pick for sure.
I'm pretty positive.
They could also take Ant-Man, whoever don't pick Ant-Man or LaMelo, and then they could flip Wiggins.
Yep.
So, yeah, you can flip Wiggins for some little role player big man.
I don't know. The possibilities are really endless for Golden State. They definitely, the media's hyping up to have high expectations. So what they do will be interesting to see for sure. You said what?
They definitely got lucky with that pick.
Oh yeah, for sure. You know, NBA draft lottery, they got to give Golden State that high pick. Moving on to the third pick of the draft, the Charlotte Hornets. Michael Jordan owns his team. Carter, how would you handle this pick? There's rumors that Michael Jordan wants to go get Russell Westbrook to join the Charlotte Hornets. Do you flip that third overall pick for Russell Westbrook?
I wouldn't flip the third pick for Russell Westbrook, but I would try to move back. Again, you move back, get a worse pick and a player, take the worst pick, and then try to get that for Russell Westbrook. But it's not like Russell Westbrook not worth it. I'm not gonna say that. It's just I don't see what he's building when he got Devontae Graham and Terry Rozier and a bunch of young guys. It's just like it's gonna be super heavy at point guard. I don't know.
Wouldn't Wiseman fit the Charlotte Hornets? Don't they biggest need is a big? I know Zeller's out, Batum contract is nearly done. Wouldn't Wiseman fit what Jordan wants to do?
Yeah. Wiseman just makes sense to go to Charlotte, but because you literally have every other position that's kind of filled and they're all young. You got Rozier. Well, he's not that young. He probably the oldest, but you got Rozier, you got Malik Monk, you got Devontae Graham, you got Miles Bridges, you got PJ Washington.
Mm-hmm.
So the final piece to that would be a center.
To build that. And the head coach is, I think, Steve Clifford, right?
Yeah.
Now it is James Borrego.
Oh yeah. You did hire him last year, I think.
If they want to follow the trend, I'm going to Obi.
Tell me why. What's the trend? Hey, what's the trend you talking about?
Huh?
I said, what's the trend you talking about?
The small ball trend.
Why would Obi fit with the Hornets? Tell me why. Give me some energy.
He's athletic as any prospect in the draft, and he's a big. He's 6'9". He can play off the ball. He can do a lot of things. So I feel like that would probably be the best fit. Or James Harden. They need a big man guard. I don't see him taking Anthony or LaMelo if they're still available. But I definitely see Obi like in that system if they go small ball. Because like you got like Cut said, you got Devontae. Because they're heavy at guard already. Malik Monk, Terry Rozier. Then you got Miles Bridges. And then you got Obi. I mean, it's a nice little small ball rotation. So I could see that. I could see them taking Obi or James Wiseman. But I'll take Obi if I was them.
Got you. Do you think any of these teams step for Golden State? So the Timberwolves or the Hornets got a chance to make it to the NBA playoffs with the addition of their draft pick this draft?
Yes to the Timberwolves, no to the Hornets.
Tell me why.
The West is just. I mean, they're probably not gonna make it either, but they got a better chance than the Hornets. I think the East has gotten better, and the Hornets is kind of that bottom team towards the bottom.
Well, they see
the Wolves have All-Star and Cat, D'Angelo Russell. I think he might have made an All-Star game before too, right? With the Nets.
Who, D'Angelo?
Yeah, he made it with the Nets 2018.
Yeah, so you got him, and then you got a good prospect coming in, first overall pick. So
last year the Timberwolves finished 14th in the West, and the Hornets finished the 9th seed in the East.
Yeah.
But I think the East is gonna be harder. I think the Hawks are coming. I think the Wizards are coming. I think the Bulls are coming. I think it's just like, So in that case, Charlotte has the easier chance.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Wolves might have the better chance because their team is better. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I feel you, but they're just in a harder conference because the West is loaded still. Right. And speaking of the Chicago Bulls, they recently acquired Billy Donovan as their head coach. Mo Cheeks is their assistant head coach as well. Billy Donovan, wherever he goes, winning or making playoff appearances follows. So what do you guys think the Chicago Bears would do with this 4th overall pick of the NBA draft? Jace, I'll start with you.
You mean Bulls?
Yeah, the Bulls, my bad. I've been hearing Obi topping name a lot lately. What do you think they do?
If Obi's still there, I see them taking Obi. Or if a guard, I don't see LaMelo or Anthony still being there. So, yeah, I see them taking Obi if Obi still there. This draft is just so weird. It can go any way. Like,
how is it weird? Because due to COVID, nobody playing.
Not really COVID.
You didn't see enough people.
Yeah, what?
You didn't get to see him play like the full tournament and stuff.
Exactly. So like, COVID is a factor, but with LaMelo, James Wiseman, Anthony Edwards, they're all number one pick talents, but we don't know who's gonna fall. Like where they're gonna fall. So Obi is like that last man. Like, okay, maybe he'll go to Bulls. Maybe he might not. He might go to the Hornets. You never know. So, but I can see them taking Obi. Yeah, if he's still there.
As you welcome, man, Mr. Damon. Damon, how you doing, man?
Thanks for having me. Sorry for the late run.
You funny. Move on to the 5th overall pick of the NBA draft. Cleveland Cavaliers. They recently drafted Garland last year. They had some say that the best NBA draft last season. They acquired Garland. What's his brother's name?
Who? What?
Who the Cleveland Cavaliers acquired last year in the draft?
Porter Jr.
Yeah, man.
Got you. So what do you think they do with this 5th overall pick? Do you think they get Denny Avdija from Israel? Do they get the boy from USC? Do they get Isaiah Okoro from Auburn?
I think they're keeping their pick because they gotta keep building. They might go for the Adija, whatever it is, Avija. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know.
Denny Avdija from Israel.
Yeah, I think they might go for him because now everybody's on that Luka train, so everybody's thinking, well, what if he's the next Luka? So,
they always gotta add a foreigner somewhere in the top 10. They always have to, bro. And they do be good, but I haven't seen much on it, bro. So
what is my earpods doing? Y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, but we shift gears to the amount. Do you think the Cleveland Cavaliers do with that 5th overall pick? So far we got Anthony Edwards off the board, Wiseman off the board, LaMelo off the board, and Obi Toppin off the board. What do you think they should do?
I can't lie, I'm not really that updated on this year's draft class.
Got you.
But I think Cleveland should go big. I think they have to go big with Drummond out of there. Of course, I don't think he's signing back. I just think they need to go big, so probably best big available.
I got you. And we move on to the 6th overall pick. We got the Atlanta Hawks recently in the news lately trying to acquire Jrue Holiday. Cut Carter walked away. So, Jace, what do you think the Hawks should do with this 6th overall pick? They want Trae Young wants to win. That's clear as day. Trae Young.
I deserve the pick instead of Jace because Jace not no Hawks fan.
You a Hawks fan?
I'm a Hawks fan.
I'm back. I heard the question. I mean,
Trae Young wants to win. Lloyd Pierce is potentially on the hot seat if they don't turn this thing around. What do they do with this pick?
Make them a winner, a playoff contender? I don't know. So, but I don't think nobody in that draft at that spot is going to be that much of a help either.
Except a big.
Yes, trade. I mean, they got Clint Capella. They got to pay him now. So
yeah, get rid of him. I don't like him.
John Collins, Clint Capella, Cam Reddish, DeAndre Hunter, Cam Reddish, and that pick. You flip the pick for somebody else.
Or Jrue.
I mean, that's the only option, I guess. But
Jrue makes them a playoff team, I believe. I think they have enough talent. I think he can mature that talent even better.
Jrue playing too?
Cam Reddish and RJ Hunter. I think he helps them the most. But I think Jrue definitely makes them a better team. What he brings as a defender, a playmaker. I can't tell you the last time I saw the Hawks and Trae Young was off the floor and they looked good. I mean, I know they will look good with Jrue. You can keep him on the floor with Capella, or you can keep him on with the young guys, whatever route you want to go. But who else they gonna get?
Well, I heard Boston's calling about Jrue, so
we get into that now. We get into that now.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to it. Jrue Holiday, as we said last week, Jrue Holiday is on a block. New Orleans Pelicans are shopping Jrue Holiday. The team that came up were the Atlanta Hawks, as we just said, and also the Boston Celtics. And we talked about what's next for the Boston Celtics. How can they get over the Eastern Conference hump, make it to the NBA Finals? Maybe this is their chance. Acquire Jrue Holiday, but what player do you see them moving? Cut Carter, I hand it to you.
They got 3 first-round picks. They said they might use all 3 to trade up for a better pick and just give up the pick for Jrue straight up. So they're not really trying to give up anybody. However, I don't know if the contracts will work because Jrue makes 20-something million a year. So in that case, that could lead to a three-way trade probably because I don't think they're gonna say no. New Orleans don't need any veterans from that team that make a lot of money. Like getting rid of Jrue would be kind of stupid to pick up Gordon Hayward or whatever. It just don't make sense. So it'll probably end up being a 3-team trade if it comes to moving a player. However, they got 3 first-round picks that they can flip for a better pick, and that just ultimately be all the Pelicans want.
Well, I think it's funny how Boston needs another piece because I think Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are very good players, trending superstars. Marcus Smart, good player. So Kemba's going to be the 5th best player on this team.
That's disrespectful.
Very disrespectful. Jesus Christ. Wow. You went there.
Yeah, 5th. I'm trying to see who above him other than Tatum and Brown.
He said Jrue and Marcus Smart is better than Kemba. That's what he said.
Wow.
Marcus Smart's not.
Marcus Smart does more for them than Kemba.
Yes.
Yeah, defensively.
Kemba's the worst defender, but at scoring, he's better than
Marcus Smart was hitting big shots.
Right, we're not gonna bet on a Marcus Smart big shot.
You gonna bet on Kemba? Because you saw what he did game 7.
I would bet on Kemba before I bet on Marcus Smart. Yes.
Money, my man. You would lose your money.
So, where would you guys like to see Jrue Holiday land as draft day approaches?
I like to see him go to the Celtics. I mean, him coming to Atlanta would be cool. I get to watch him play more, but I just, for the best of his career, he needs to go to a contender. So Boston, me.
Jace.
I'd rather see him come to Atlanta. I don't know. I don't really like the Boston fit because they're already good. So what's the point of adding some more? And it's pointless.
Got a talent, bro. You need more. Demond, where do you like to see Jrue Holiday land?
I would like to see Jrue Holiday in Atlanta. I think he can bring a lot to this team. Make him a playoff team. I do. So
he finally get his own. Well, he already had his own team, but
has Jrue Holiday ever had his own team? Was that Sixers team his?
Pretty much.
You said the what team?
That Sixers team when he came into the league.
Yeah, it was him.
One in 1 year,
he left him, I think. So
when did AD leave?
2000.
Last year.
Yeah, last year.
I mean that kind of was his team, honestly, but
it wasn't his team. But I mean, it was his team.
It was. I mean, you talking about the Pelicans? Yeah, the Pelicans was his team when AD left. It had to be, right?
It was more like, I mean, when Zion stepped on the court, low key.
BI team.
BI's team till Zion come on the court. Then it's Zion's team, but it was BI's team.
They should run the offense through BI, but that's a whole.
They definitely should.
Hope my boy leave when he gets the chance.
Relax.
The boy the cut said, "You're crazy." Another star in the NBA who's on the block from my former team, Oklahoma City Thunder, Chris Paul. There was a discussion whether he should go to Milwaukee or go to LA. Where would you guys like to see, or even Phoenix? The Suns came up in discussions and rumors as well. I'm gonna start with you, Demond. Where would you like to see the point guard, Chris Paul, next season?
I want to see him in Phoenix. I feel like Chris Paul is past the point of winning the championship unless he goes to the Lakers. Because I feel like the Lakers are winning it regardless next year. But I will say, for him, if he goes to Phoenix, I think it's the most interesting and best situation considering how he could elevate Devin Booker's game, turn him into a superstar because I believe he's right under there. All he needs to do is start winning. You insert Chris Paul into that, you become a winner. You also have DeAndre Ayton who will be there. He's very solid. You get him and Chris Paul going. I can see that being a nasty pick and roll. They have Cam Johnson, stuff like that. They have to probably give him up. Kelly Oubre, the number 10 pick, I believe. So they have the pieces. I believe they have the most attractive offer to land either Russell Westbrook or Chris Paul. Mm-hmm. But I think Phoenix will have one of those two guys.
Which one of you guys is calm down enough to answer this question about Chris Paul's trade location? All right, Carter's back, baby.
I'm back. I secured the PS5. I was little. All right.
No energy. Let's get it. Chris Paul, where would you like to see him?
All right, Chris Paul. Love him. Don't want to see him with Phoenix. I mean, Phoenix will be fun. They're not gonna make the Alls probably.
Devon say you crazy.
The West. The Thunder gonna fall out. Cool.
It would be better than the Pelicans. Don't.
The Thunder gonna fall out. The Warriors are gonna hop in. So what does that leave? What spot does that leave? Who gonna fall out?
They would be better than the Blazers.
I think the Blazers take a step up.
I think the Blazers about to make a move. I don't think they're gonna take a step back.
Oh, who you thinking?
They was good before Rodney Hood got hurt. They was looking great.
True.
So you got Rodney Hood coming back if he could hit his potential. Gary Trent stepped up.
Well, potentially the Rockets might fall out too. Potentially,
but even if it's just Harden there, I feel like they can still make it. But because Harden pretty much be like when he was by himself, that's what he was doing. He was killing by himself. All right, so let's get back to it. I'm gonna get back to it.
Yeah,
Chris Paul deserves to go to a contender. I want to see Chris Paul with the Lakers. I don't even like the Clippers, but I'd rather see that than what they talking about with Russ. Russ don't fit with the Clippers. So, Chris Paul, Lakers. Honestly, I don't think he want to go back to the Clippers either. But I heard a rumor it was like he don't want to play with LeBron either. So, I guess it's best if he goes to the. I really would rather see him in the East. Where like the Heat. The Heat would be good. Or the Bucks, because they need a point guard. But as far as the West go, I think the Suns are the best team for him to go to in the West outside of the Lakers.
James, do you agree? Do you think Chris Paul should be traded to the Eastern Conference instead of staying in the West?
As a LeBron stan, I want him to be in the Lakers. I want him to be in the West with if they. I don't think they'll be able to get him though. I don't think his contract is pretty. I'm pretty sure his contract is out of their price range or whatever. But
might possibly a 3-team trade or however make the money work.
Would I like to see him in the East? I mean, it'd probably be easy if he's on a contender. It'll probably be easy for him to get to the playoffs. But I mean,
like the Milwaukee Bucks, for example, you know.
Yeah, I don't care about them though. I don't think they.
They would.
I don't think they're a championship winning team, bro.
If they get Chris Paul, you don't think they're a championship winning team?
I don't think so, bro.
Chris Paul, Chris Middleton, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
They're not the Nets. Not in the Nets, regardless.
I don't believe that. I think if they get a solid guard who could stay healthy, I think that's trouble for me. That's all Giannis needed is a point guard to take away the attention from him. Chris Middleton is the shooter. Giannis is the dominating force. They need someone.
They'll go to the playoffs. If he goes to the contender, they'll definitely go to the playoffs. But in the East, like I'm saying, in the East, like there's that big team, the Nets.
Big team.
The Nets.
Oh my God.
He could come to the Nets and Kyrie could play the two.
The Nets. Can we see the Nets first where we say they're the big team who's gonna run the East?
KD and Kyrie, bro.
What that mean?
Respectful.
What that mean?
What does that mean?
I don't know.
They're in the East.
KD is coming off an Achilles injury. Kyrie gets in front of a mic, he says the wrong things.
What does that mean by his play?
Kyrie doesn't even want Steve Nash to be the head coach. He said
the happiest Kyrie has been since LeBron came to the Cleveland the first time.
Say it again.
This is the happiest Kyrie has been since LeBron came to Cleveland the first time.
How you know they spoke to Kyrie?
Bro, you can see it in his face. He like, yes, I got somebody to shoot the ball now. Like, bro, come on.
I just need this Nets hype to die down. Can we see them on the court
first? And they have Karis LeVert, bro.
Because Karis LeVert is good because he'll score the ball. Like what?
Ain't that what you're supposed to do in basketball? Put the ball in the bucket.
I vividly remember him missing the game-winning shot in that series against.
How many points you had?
I don't care.
No supporting cast. No supporting cast. No Kyrie, no KD. How many points you had? Winning like 30 or 40?
Okay. I'm not arguing with you. He's not clutch. That's why he's in trade discussion.
That's why they have Kyrie and KD. We don't need you to be clutch. What?
Karis LeVert.
Oh,
remember in the bubble, he set up for that dumb shot against the Portland Trailblazers?
It wasn't a dumb shot.
I mean, he did.
He could have took McCollum. What are you talking about?
He was tired, though. You could tell. When people start just jacking, when they had to lane the drive, that mean they tired.
He made the shot before that, too. So.
But he was tired, though.
And then he missed the next shot.
Okay, but we're not wanting Karis LeVert to hit a game. We're not expecting that. We're not. But we're definitely not expecting him going for 30 or 40. And he did.
We'll see. We'll see what the Nets do with Spencer Dinwiddie if he'll be there.
Why are you sipping the cup like that?
Because we know them boys winning them. We know them boys coming out the East.
I don't know that.
We know that.
But I do know one player. What's that?
Who's going to stop him?
Who's beating them 4 times in the East?
I'll take Milwaukee if they acquire a good distributor to beat them.
You got it.
I will take the Celtics over the Nets as well. I mean, over the Brooklyn. Yeah, over the Nets as well. Right now.
Kevin gonna get his ass cooked. Oh my god. Oh my god.
But like you said, they're not gonna put Kim on. They'll put Marcus Smart on. What are you saying?
It don't matter. Don't matter. What Kyrie do to Marcus Smart in Boston before? You don't act like you remember. You forgot.
Who's stopping Tatum? Who's stopping Brown? I'm sorry. We saw him just go crazy in the bubble. What are you talking about?
Nets getting started Ibaka.
One player who's in his free agency who wants the bag is Fred VanVleet from my beloved Toronto Raptors. He said, look at his resume, man. Already got a championship. Now it's time to run it up. And this is my pitch to Fred VanVleet. The Raptors can offer you the most money for it. You should come back with Lowry, with the North, with the whole country behind you in Canada, with Siakam, with Nick Nurse, arguably the best coach in the Eastern Conference. You should run it back with your squad, acquire more talent. Wait till next summer, because next summer it gets real interesting. You could potentially add Giannis Antetokounmpo. So Fred VanVleet, you should stay and watch another ring come your way, and you get your bag too, because the Raps offer you the most money. Bird rights.
Ring?
Where would you like? Huh?
Ring?
In 2 years? I said, I didn't say next year. I said in 2 years.
I'm sorry, bro. Giannis is not winning the championship. I'm sorry.
Wait. Y'all say you say Giannis not winning a championship like in his career?
Ever? No.
I don't see
it. That's a very odd take.
I don't see it. He don't have it what it takes. They might play this clip. They might play this clip in his championship commercial. So either way, it's a win-win. But he does not have what it takes to win the championship. He don't have the talent that it takes to hit the tough shots, to be that guy in those tough moments. I haven't seen it, so I don't think
I say he will leave Milwaukee, but you say like period, like wherever he goes, he won't win. That's a bold take. I'm gonna use that clip too because you hate him. Appreciate that, my boy. Jace, do you agree? Because you was like, yeah. What is that? PS5 boys. PS5 boys. PS5. Cut. Where would you like to see Fred VanVleet go?
Where I like to see him go?
No, I said cut, not you, boy.
LA Lakers.
Oh my God. Working, Jace, you're biased. Tell me why though.
Not biased, but I mean that is just heat, bro. You put a person like that around LeBron that can shoot. You know he's not scared to take them shots. But nah, honestly, I know he want a big bag.
So why not stay in Toronto where they could offer him the most money?
I don't think they're going to. They also got to play. I mean, with Marcus Gasol leaving and Ibaka being a free agent, that opens up money for him to get paid. However, I'd love to see like I'm not love to see, but I'm trying to think of teams that need a point guard like that, like really, really need one.
The Raptors. Come on, Derek. You're wasting people's time.
Kyle Lowry already there.
Right, he's there too.
But if the Raptors gonna cash him out like you want to get cashed out, yes. They don't have to do that though.
That's true. They got some young guards. They like Terrence Davis.
What about somebody like him going to the Suns with Devin Booker?
He could go to the Warriors.
Shut up. Back to the Suns.
Why can't he go to the Warriors? You mentioned the Lakers and everything. You go to the Warriors.
Warriors can't sign nobody.
You don't know that. You know they can't.
They got 3 max players, bro.
They should be talking about it. Can't sign nobody.
He wants to get paid.
Tell him again, Jason. Hear you.
Oh, He said he wants to get paid.
The Spurs would be cool to see.
That'll be fun. I don't. The
Spurs. I mean, the Spurs would be cool to see, but I know they got a lot of guards over there, Forbes and Derek White and DeJounte Murray. But I think
talking about the Suns though, yeah.
The Suns make sense because they're looking for a point guard. Why not just sign one when you don't have to trade for one?
Yeah.
They don't have nobody on a max deal for except Devin Booker, so
yeah,
give them somebody to play with. Clearly, they don't like Ricky Rubio, and they don't like Javon Carter then either, I guess.
Well, Ricky Rubio was solid for them last season.
I know, but I don't know if Ricky Rubio is a free agent either. So
depending on what happened with Westbrook, he can go play with Harden in Houston.
Yes, but that would be boy.
Can we talk about that real quick?
Oh my God!
It'll be
make another excuse for your Westbrook. Go ahead.
Can we talk about this real quick?
Go ahead. Yeah, make another excuse.
What are we doing?
The Brody. Make another excuse.
No, I was talking about Harden. What are you talking about? Demona. I refuse to discuss Westbrook going back and forth on that. I'm a changed man now. That's so 2016, 17. However, there is a narrative that James Harden is a terrible teammate. Dwight Howard left. Chris Paul traded away. Now Russell Westbrook recently requested a trade. When can we talk about James Harden as a teammate and him not being what others think he is? I know he's a prolific scorer, but when it comes to winning, the way he plays and the way he doesn't want to change, can we talk about that real quick about James Harden? I'll start with you, Jay, since you're looking at me.
I don't think he's a bad teammate. I just think he wants to win, and I don't feel like Kobe, rest in peace, Kobe, but I don't feel like he was a bad teammate. He just wanted the best out of everybody. He just wanted everybody to be the best that you could be and win. So I don't think he was a bad teammate. No, I just feel like he's the best part. They literally make a system around him. So adding those pieces don't add up all the time. Like Russell, that just didn't add up. Chris Paul, I feel like he could have stayed a little bit longer, but it didn't add up. And on Dwight Howard, that's Dwight Howard. He wasn't the same Dwight Howard as he was in 2010.
Mm-hmm. 2012, around that time, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't feel like he's a bad teammate. He just want to win. Now this new system that he's going to be in, I don't know how he's going to perform. I'm pretty sure he's going to perform great, but it's just that system that they were in was just revolved around him, and that's why he's still there, and that's why he still stayed.
There was a report that came out that the Rockets had a players-only meeting in January where Russell Westbrook led the meeting. He was getting on what the other players, including himself, should do better for this team to win. The report said everyone was receptive of it except for James Harden. He brushed it off and said, basically, this wasn't the story, but he basically said, I don't need to change. Basically, I'm not the reason why we're losing. You don't think that's symptoms of a bad teammate? Damon, you ready to speak? Say it.
I am. And no, I don't. I mean, when are we going to stop making excuses for all these players that play with Westbrook? I mean.
How you just going to flip it to
Hold up. Dwight Howard, before this year, let's not act like there was any reception around the thoughts around Dwight Howard. He played with LeBron and AD and he won a championship. Good for him. But outside of that, the opinion of him has stayed the same. He's been hopping teams over the last few years. Chris Paul, I never thought there was any problem with how Chris Paul and James Harden played. It just didn't. I think the time didn't work.
Who you think pulled the trigger for that trade to be done?
Daryl Morey.
Do you think Daryl Morey talked to one of his favorite players all time, James Harden, about that decision?
I don't.
Whoa!
But I do think he asked him, "What do you think about us getting Westbrook?" And then saying, "Oh, well, we'd have to give up Chris." I don't think he approached him about trading Chris. I think he approached him about getting Westbrook. Now,
and James Harden, we're not going to act like James Harden's not intelligent. Now, you know what that means when you're going to acquire Russell Westbrook.
No, I mean, they could have ran it back this year. They could have ran it back this year. And I think if they ran it back this year, Capella would still be in Houston. I think their roster would be in better shape. And I don't think Chris Paul would be moving around. I think they'd actually do something to gain another piece. I think they should have ran it back rather when Golden State blew it all up. But I think they would have been in better contention to mess with the Lakers than the Clippers all year. Definitely. But when I look
at Capella,
no, if they kept Capella and Chris Paul, Because if I felt like if they would have kept Chris Paul, they would have kept Capella.
Yeah.
So, because I mean, I get Westbrook's specialty and rebounding and everything, but Chris Paul isn't that. I'm guessing the reason with Westbrook being the way he is on the boards, they were okay with that decision of moving.
And can't forget about Mike D'Antoni small ball.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, bro. Okay, so I addressed Dwight Howard.
And here it comes, Westbrook slander.
Austin Rivers. Next. PJ Tucker, absolutely. He deserves his payday. I hope he gets it with Houston or whoever. But PJ Tucker, the way he played last year, after we said they couldn't guard nobody and he was the Rockets' improved defense, PJ Tucker was the road to that. Yes, I think PJ Tucker should get his bag. Daniel House, you got something to say? You mad about something?
I like that.
Eric Gordon said he was mad by his minutes too.
But you want to complain about something, but you can't follow team rules, simple COVID protocols.
The day before the big game,
bro.
That's crazy.
These people like complaining. No, because what did Harden do? Go in there, drop buckets, go in there, improve defense. Now, honestly, I think just because of the whole Capella situation, I think that was the root of them falling down, because once they did that, no matter what they were going to do, they were going to run into the Lakers and it was going to be a problem.
Right.
But when I think about Westbrook, I mean, I agree. Go be somewhere where you can get the most of yourself. Go be that floor general that you want to be. Because as somebody who I need to look to score a bucket as Harden and take some of the pressure off me, Westbrook ain't that. I'm sorry, brother. He ain't.
So where would you like to see?
Inside.
So where would you like to see Russell Westbrook go?
I think Phoenix is a good option. I think Phoenix should do all they can to get Westbrook or Chris Paul. Regardless, that makes them a playoff team. One of those two moves. But if Westbrook doesn't go there, I'd like to see him on one of these lower ranked teams, because, and when I say that, I mean Houston, the teams who have mentioned him, the Hornets and the Knicks. Go be there, maybe pursue someone else to come to these teams that haven't been successful in a while, because I don't want to see you fail again with the Clippers, and I definitely don't want to see you, because I don't think Westbrook is. What would they do to Westbrook if he played with LeBron? Oh my
God. My only rebuttal to that is if he goes to a team that isn't a championship contender, we'll see him. Let's say he averages a triple-double. That just gives you, Mateo, Steez, DJ more ammunition to say all this mother effer do is just get triple-doubles when it don't matter. That's what y'all would say.
No.
Y'all be like, he's losing games, but at least he got a triple-double.
No.
So it's really a lose-lose though, whatever you do, because y'all gonna hate regardless.
I say the only reason I hit on the triple doubles and stuff is because when people try to bring him up to boost his legacy or whatever, he's a great player and he has great career averages, has an MVP. The triple double is cool, but the triple double doesn't elevate him to elite player all-time status. Nobody cares. What do you do in the biggest moments? And Westbrook ain't come through yet. That's why I have a problem. Every time we talk about one of the elites of the game, what do they do on the biggest stage? And Westbrook fails. Why is that not, like, at the end of the day, the issue? That's the only issue I have. He come through, he hit a big, he averaged a triple-double, and they go to the second round next year and go 7 games with Brooklyn or Miami. You get your flowers. Cool. Then you get somebody to come there with you next year. But as for now, let's not act like we're supposed to crown Russell Westbrook for these triple doubles and first round exits every year since he hasn't been with KD.
Jace, where would you like to see Russell Westbrook be traded?
You be traded anywhere, honestly.
I just literally gave you like 5 minutes to
relax. I don't know, bro. I don't really care where he goes. It doesn't matter. He's not gonna win anything. So,
can you project your voice, brother?
Oh, my fault. I don't care where he goes. He's not gonna win anything, so it doesn't matter.
All right, another hateful take. Cut Carter. Are you gonna?
I like Russell, bro. We cool. little dude. I mean, but he can't win. I just don't like the way he can't win. Like DeMond said, he can't show up.
Got you.
LeBron said, shoot. He shot brick every time. That's a problem.
He's playing injured though, but
I think all the like next level players have figured Westbrook out. Let's be honest.
They definitely have.
Like LeBron, KD, Curry, Dame.
Shoot. Yeah, I know you seen that video of Dame when he said, "Just shoot the ball."
Just shoot. Yeah! Nobody fears that.
Got the board. Came down. Bang. You can't do that. That's a problem.
Under 30% from three for the past 3 years, bro. But he averages triple double.
Like that's like, bro, and it's not like he needs to like, bro. He is a basketball player, and you can't shoot.
Oh my goodness.
Kurt Carter.
He's a glorified Ben Simmons. Let's be honest.
Kurt Carter, are you going to continue this wave of hate that Jason DeMond is spewing? And where would you like to see Russell Westbrook go? Or are you going to on him like DeMond and Jace just did?
I like Westbrook. I don't think he ever was meant to go to Houston. It sounded good at first, but it wasn't.
He should have stayed in OKC,
man. Nah. Because it was just a bad blow up, and it's Paul George's fault, but he took the brunt of it. I like to see Russ go to. Honestly, people say the Clippers is a bad fit because they need more of a passer, which is kind of true. But at the same time, the Clippers lack that aggressiveness that was needed down the stretch sometimes. Russell has that. Also, Paul George had his best career season next to Russell Westbrook. That's fact. So stat-wise, like he had his best statistical season with Russell.
He was third MVP voter that year.
We talking about playoff P?
Yep.
Way off P.
Kawhi proved that he can't handle some of the stuff that everybody thought he could handle because of who he was playing with. If you look at that Raptors team, the Raptors had Siakam and Lowry and VanVleet and Kawhi. If you look at the Spurs, they had Tony Parker, Tim Duncan, and Danny Green and Ginobili.
Yep.
So he's never been in a situation where, it's him and Paul George and Lou Williams, who outplayed a lot. I played both of them a lot, and Harrell, Montrez. So that might not be a bad fit for them. However, I don't like the Clippers. I think they are the villain of the NBA along with the Nets. So to me, because I'm not with the Avengers, the Lakers. Russ to the Lakers didn't seem like a bad idea to me at first either. But outside of those two teams in the West, it really ain't much would want for him. I don't want him to go to Phoenix. I don't think that'll work for him. I mean, him kicking Devin Booker sometimes would be cool, but again, Phoenix got a long way to go to me as far as the other players outside of Devin Booker.
Come on, your face is
the Knicks and the Hornets in the East, or the Heat. The Heat will be perfect, but if not the Heat, the Knicks. If the Knicks can build around him and he can attract people to come there, that's a good market. And then Hornets, I don't really see the fit for the Hornets, like I said earlier about the whole Devontae Graham and Rozier. So it just don't make sense.
Before we move on, Damon, would you like to rebuttal? You was laughing at my brother.
I do. If the Clippers I think the Clippers are the fourth best team in the West right now. Healthy. Coming into next year. Right now, as the season were to start today. I know it doesn't. We still have some moves to be made, but
if you kind of, Jace.
If they get Westbrook, I don't think they're better than the three teams I put above them.
Who's that?
The Lakers.
Okay.
The Nuggets. Mm-hmm. And the Warriors.
Forgot about them.
I mean, bro,
I've seen Curry pull Westbrook.
At the end of the day, I don't think it's any team that can be built that'll be better than any of those teams right now.
You said Curry folded Westbrook? Shut the up. Oh my God.
I know, and I know Paul George ain't stepping to Clay. I know that.
We don't know that. We ain't see it.
I know that.
Y'all tripping. Kawhi probably be the one to get on Curry though.
Like the Warriors about to have All-Stars again. And
as I've said on multiple.
What? What about what?
have 3 All-Stars again and go to the conference
You're not
final.
gonna have 3
The
All-Stars.
person you're talking about will never be All-Star again.
Eric Pascal.
Stop. Stop.
I bet you Draymond will be an All-Star though. I bet 20.
Bet.
He will not be an All-Star.
That's a bad thing.
Name the guys who getting in over him.
I got you. Forwards, AD, LeBron, Kawhi probably get in. Paul George probably get in. Jokic gets in.
Jokic gets in as a big.
Gobert gets in. Those are forwards.
The bigs, they do.
Forwards is in.
I don't know. Gobert gets in. We might see him cry again. They don't want them cup.
I take Cattle getting over him. Zion will get in over him.
BI
will get in over him.
Okay. The Record's gonna do a lot, and the Warriors gonna be a top 3 seed. So.
Record's not gonna do a lot though. The forward and center position is loaded in the West. What are you talking about?
Well, folks are off the Draymond train, bro. I'm sorry for it.
Drummond could knock him out if he on the right team.
You got to stop with this Drummond crap, bro. You got to.
Are you crazy, bro?
No, I'm not. You're crazy. Drummond's not like that. 2020. Who cares?
Is there any more basketball news before we shift gears to the National Football League?
This 20 off layups.
NBA draft.
Big man do. Yeah, what? That's what big men do, Goofy.
He 20 off layups. Yeah, that's what he's supposed to get off. Dunks and layups.
We'll have 2 debate topics on my lap. We'll start with one.
Russell Westbrook and Drummond to the Knicks. You heard it here first.
Yep. We'll have 2 NFL debate topics right here on my lap. And it's going to be real juicy and real good. Who is the best rookie quarterback out of the 2020 NFL draft as of November 12, 2020, ahead of Week 10 of the NFL? Is it Joe Burrow from LSU? Tua Tagovailoa from the Miami Dolphins and with Alabama? I'm tripping. Or Justin Herbert from Oregon, who plays for the Los Angeles Chargers? Who wants to take a crack at it first? I will go last for my opinion.
He's not the person that's only played 2 games.
Yeah, I was going to say he's probably the last, but he's doing pretty good. But
2 games can't.
2
games can't.
He looks great. He does look good, but I mean, he's not.
Better question. Hold on. Better wait.
Touchdown.
Yeah, wait. We're gonna do this. Yeah, y'all go first. Y'all got it. Hold on.
But I like Herbert's deep ball. A lot of those games they're in, they literally lost the game off a drop, a knockout from the DB.
They lose every game by like 1 possession, ain't it?
However, the Chargers were getting drafted first overall compared to getting drafted later means you're on the worst team. Joseph is on the worst team to be on outside of the Jets. The Jets look worse than anybody, but outside of the Jets, the Bengals are the worst team. So I don't expect him to do good, but he is. Herbert, you're playing with Keenan Allen. You're playing with Hunter Henry. You're playing with all these dudes that are actually of decent talent. And last year, the quarterback play was probably what kept them out of the playoffs. So no, I think he's playing great, but I don't think he's better than Joe Burrow right now. And I think Tua is playing great in his 2 games, but I can't put 2 games above the whole season. He played every game.
Jace, do you agree?
That Joseph Burrow is the best right now?
Yep.
Definitely.
Got you.
Reason being, because of what Cut said, he's on the far worst team. He gets hit at least 5 times a game. I think it was sacked 5 times a game or something like that. Somewhere up there. I'll say he had probably 1 bad game this season. I forgot who it was against. But
the Ravens.
Yeah, that game. Yeah, that was probably his worst game. Other than that, I don't see any bad game. What's his name? Justin
Herbert.
He's gonna be a dog. He definitely gonna be a dog. Tua only played 2 games, so I can't really say too much. So he's probably the last right now.
I got you, Damon. Who is the best rookie quarterback out of this class?
Couple interesting stats. The first career 7 starts as a rookie, NFL all-time rank. Justin Herbert is first in passing yards, second all-time in passing TDs. You won't believe behind who.
You stupid, bro. What's wrong with you?
Second in passer rated, 104.7. Most TD passes on 20 yards downfield. Jake Luton, who started for the Jaguars last week, has 1 on 7 attempts. Joe Burrow has 1 on 37 attempts. Justin Herbert has 9 on 35 attempts.
Who has a deep ball? Who has the ability to get a deep ball for the Bengals when John Ross is not playing?
That's not my problem. Justin Herbert's getting it done. Let me keep going.
That's why I made that my point.
Most passing yards under pressure throughout the whole league. 1, Josh Allen. 2, Patrick Mahomes. 3, Russell Wilson. 4, Justin Herbert. I mean, the stats don't lie. The stats don't lie.
When I got Hunter Henry, Mike Wallace, and Keenan Allen to throw the ball to,
Mike Williams, brother. Mike Williams.
Bro, I don't get how you could gas that when he got a top 10 receiver in the league.
All I can go off of
top 5
what the numbers say, and I don't see Joe Burrow's name up here. I see Justin Herbert. That's all I can go off, brother.
Trevor Lawrence goes to the Jets and he has bad numbers compared to the rookie quarterback that get drafted after him. Will this be the argument then, or no?
He ain't getting it done. They got to do something to get it done, but Justin Herbert getting it done.
I disagree with Damon. You gotta look at that talent that Herbert has around him compared to the talent Joe Burrow has around him.
He's throwing the ball to John Ross III.
No, he's not playing. He hasn't played again.
And not to mention Joe Burrow,
Higgins, AJ Green, who was off injury, and Tyler Boyd.
Joe Burrow is one of the most
shots like Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert gonna throw it out there. He has plus 60-yard touchdowns to Jalen Guyton and guys like that you don't even know the name of. The guy from New Orleans that you
Keenan Allen.
I mean,
Joe Burrow has been the most sacked, one of the most, I think, top 2 in sacks.
He's top 1.
Number 1. Oh, okay. He's number 1 in sacks, and he's also the most hit quarterback in the NFL. So he has no O-line help. He barely gets any running help. The only good running game they had was when Joe Mixon ran wild that 1 week. I forgot the week. So Joe Burrow is clearly at a disadvantage, clearly on the worst team. And like Cuz said, if they had an adequate quarterback play, the Chargers would have potentially made the playoffs last season. Because they have no weakness really except for their quarterback position. And with Herbert, if they were able to close games and weren't the Falcons of the AFC, they would be in the thick of things in the AFC. So my best quarterback so far is Joe Burrow, and 2 has been balling, and Herbert has been balling. You want to say something?
And coach.
Who's the best coach?
I'm saying the Chargers need a coach.
Oh. Hey, don't do my man like that.
I don't blame Anthony Lynn for them.
They lose every game by 1 possession.
That's games consistently being up or being down for 3 consistent years, but don't blame him.
Before we move off this conversation to our next topic. So as you know, in the 2004 draft, it was Eli Manning, Phillip Rivers, and Big Ben. And we all know that Big Ben has 2 Super Bowl championships. Eli has 2 Super Bowl championships as well, and 2 Super Bowl MVPs, while Phillip Rivers has a bunch of numbers and playoff losses. For this class, who is in the best position to be successful to win games and win potential championships and playoff games? I'll go first. It's clearly, in my opinion, Tua Tagovailoa. We have the best coach out of the 3, Brian Flores. Has the better defense out of the 4. I think the Dolphins defense is better than the Chargers when healthy. Even when healthy, I take the Dolphins defense over the Chargers defense. Yes, I'm looking at you, Demar, while I'm saying this. So, I think they will get to a more adequate weapons because the Dolphins do have the Texans draft pick. So potentially they may acquire Jamar Chase to play outside with Devontae Parker and Preston Williams. So I do have Tua being the quarterback best fit to win in the long run if I added this draft class out of those 3 quarterbacks.
Must have forgot who.
I don't think that the Dolphins have the best defense out of the 3. I do think they have the better coach. Yes. I think Tua is in the easier division to make a run at the playoffs every year consistently.
Right.
So, yes, I can see him having the most success. Because, in Joe's case, he's in their division with Lamar and Ben and Baker or, whatever. And
who?
Yeah, okay. And the Herbert's in a division where.
Boy, you stutter.
Honestly, huh?
Get your words out.
I'm saying Herbert in a division where he's the second best quarterback right now.
Okay.
So he can have success.
You can't say that.
Derek Carr and
I would take Carr, but it's like close.
I was gonna say we can't straight Derek Carr.
Yeah, the Raiders are looking good.
Literally on here calling Derek Carr trash when we talking about Derek Carr.
Bro, okay, but now
then we look at the stats and we realized that we were wrong because his stats weren't that bad last season.
And I was biased because they just beat the Saints fresh off of that. So
that was before that.
Yeah, it was before we did that in the off season.
But
you might not been here though, Jay. So I gotta go look at it.
Either way though, Tua is in the best situation. Yes.
Are we just not gonna mention that? I didn't agree till after I saw the Cardinals game, but Tua has it. I mean, he has it. He has that next playmaker. He has the ability to be a superstar. You can see it when you watch him. He's exciting. He gets it done. They're down 24-31. Last play of the third quarter, 3rd and 9. If they don't get that game, that defense was not stopping Kyler. So I don't believe they win that game. They go down and score on that drive. Then they stop Kyler. Then Tua gets a field goal on a long drive that takes up 6 minutes. Then they stop. Then Zane Gonzalez missed the field goal, but that defense didn't stop Kyler again. But I'm looking at Tua and a drive like that and your second start after your first start, people criticize you for not doing much. People all throughout the week were saying, oh, through Bama, and now we might see it in the NFL. Oh, Tua is always blessed with good situations. And he made his way out of a tough situation. Hey man, I think Tua has it. And you see it quickly in guys when they make big plays at the next level.
I don't think the other two don't.
I thought Justin Herbert have it. If he would have pulled out that game again, I definitely think Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow are talented. But I think Tua in a position this year, he plays the way he played on Sunday, the Dolphins will be in the playoffs. As Bruce said, they have the coach for it. They have the schedule for it. Boy, if you look at the Dolphins.
Oh, yeah, their schedule sweet.
They got the division for it. The division cake is here. So
I mean, they already lost to the Bills once.
And the Patriots.
And you definitely got to think about the Patriots when it comes to Bill Belichick against rookie quarterbacks. But Tua got it, man. He got it.
Do you agree, Jace? Do you think Tua's in the best situation out of these other 3 quarterbacks to be successful for the long run?
Yeah, I say Tua's first because I'm just looking at division wise, like because all 3 of the quarterbacks are talented. So division wise and defensive wise, Joe probably has
the worst. Yep.
So I feel like he has the least possible chance of getting to the playoffs every year. Tua probably has the best. Justin's gonna have to work for that playoff spot every single year as long as Patrick Mahomes is there. So
forever.
Yeah. Yeah. Forgot. Yeah. So yeah. I mean I feel like Justin I disagree with DeMar. I feel like Justin has that it factor. I'm not gonna lie because that throw that he threw at the last game, the Raiders when they played against the Raiders, that wasn't on him. That was a great ball. It's just that bro just dropped it. So I feel like he has the same thing that Damon is referring to Tua. So
got you. As we move on to our next topic. Who is the better quarterback as of November 12th, 2020? Lamar Jackson or Kyler Murray?
In this season, Kyler
Murray.
I agree it is Kyler Murray. Let's project. Let's look at 2-3 seasons from now. Who will have the better career, Kyler Murray or Lamar Jackson?
Kyler in the harder division.
I think Kyler has the better. I think the Ravens right now have the better roster, but I think in the long run the Cardinals have the roster to build more talent. The next year they'll get Chandler Jones back. These games, it's a toss-up right now because there's so many good teams at NFC. It would be interesting to see Kyler go to the playoffs and have that playoff run under his belt, and Cliff Kingsbury. But the thing that I think separates these two is the arm talent. And I also think you got to talk about the weapons outside. I mean, you put Christian Kirk on the Ravens, and I think he's the number one.
Talk about it.
Then we're not mentioning DeAndre Hopkins, who's arguably the best wide receiver in the game. I mean, and Lamar said it, the play calling is predictable. I think Kyler's in a better situation right now. You have an offensive coach who's going to do, like, you want to go for it on fourth down? I know we saw that last year out of John Harbaugh, but this year I don't feel that aggressiveness. I don't feel that wild cards factor. And I really feel like they're trying to be a little bit more safe with Lamar, not make him do things he's uncomfortable doing. But this is a guy who just won an MVP. This is a guy who is in the division with the best team in football record-wise. And at some point, if he plans on getting to the Super Bowl, is going to have to see what many believe the best quarterback in football, best arm talent in football. He can't keep running. He got to throw the ball.
Right.
So either you got to do what you can to open things up for him offensively, or you got to bring somebody in who's going to force you to, a la offensive coordinator or a la a dangerous outside weapon.
Okay. Do you guys agree? Because I've seen a lot of Lamar slander. They're saying Lamar doesn't have it anymore. Some are saying that the league has figured out Lamar and that run-heavy offense, even though they do run the ball more. They just pack it in the box. They don't believe that Lamar can throw the ball. What's the better word is, how can Lamar evolve into a better passer? Let's take a glimpse into what he can do. Because like Damon said, running's only take you so far. You need to be able to throw the ball. You still, at the end of the day, play the position of a quarterback. I'll start with whoever wants to take it first between Derek or Jace.
Jace could go. I didn't really hear the question.
I feel like, I don't know if it's so much that they've figured out Lamar. I feel like they figured out Greg Roman.
OC. Yep.
I feel like they figured him out. Yeah, because I don't think you can figure out Lamar because he's just so much. He's a great talent. I don't think you can figure him out. I feel like he has a lot more potential than what people are giving him. So, because he's won an MVP in his second year. So, yeah, bro, the sky's the limit for him. So, right now, yeah, they're in a little hump, even though they're 6-2, which is not bad at all. They're just in the division with the hot Steelers, who are still undefeated. So, I mean, OC is the problem, in my opinion. I don't think it's the quarterback. His arm isn't better than Kyler's by far. It's not, but he can still get the ball there. He can still do what he got to do with the ball. So,
okay, I get the question now.
Answer the question.
It's not Lamar. I don't think. I saw a post that was like, they know what we calling they know exactly what we doing at the line of scrimmage. I bust out laughing, but it's like, it's almost predictable at this point because y'all so pressed about running the ball, running read option, running this. And I felt for Hollywood, it's just the way he went about it was wrong, but they at their best when they can get him involved or get the ball down the field. So the running, I like the running, don't get me wrong, but you're not Derrick Henry. You only can run on people so long. You know what I'm saying? You're not wearing them down with your running. And it's like option running. So now it's like we playing contain. We ready. We here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And some of those defenses in the AFC they're made to stop the run.
Yeah. When I seen them running on 3rd and 6, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 7.
Yeah, it gets ridiculous at this point for sure. But as we
whatever.
As we preview week 10 of the NFL, Jay's talking to me about how the Saints put hands and feet on them Tampa Bay Buccaneers week 9.
Man, that boy Brady ain't good in the hood, man.
I definitely got to tell it comes though.
I'm just saying, man. Hey, he got 4 interceptions this year. How many interceptions Brady got?
This season or when he played the Saints?
This season. I know it's like we got like
7. Yeah, 7.
Yeah, we got like 4 of them. So I don't think they're a bad team. Nothing like that. They're a great team. But I mean, when they play the Saints, I'm assuming they just can't get it done.
I agree. The Saints have the the Buccaneers number. Even when Jameis was there, the Saints would always make it tough for the Buccaneers. It just, I think it comes down to coaching, not even like a diss at Brady. I just think when it comes to game planning for this matchup, Sean Payton got the necessary scouting on what to do to stop the Buccaneers team, and also helps that Jameis Winston
do it against another team like any other team. Like I don't like his play calling that game was perfect.
Chef kiss.
Perfect. But when we go against the 49ers next week,
oh yeah, that game might be slow-key tough.
I don't know. I don't know who's going to the table because he just does it every other week. I don't know.
And it also helps to have Jameis Winston as on your team, telling you the strengths and weaknesses of the offense and the defense. Demond, why you looking like that, bud?
Now y'all just love Sean Payton. Stop. Let's see how y'all play against the 49ers. If y'all keep that same momentum going.
Wait, you picking the Niners?
I'm not gonna say that. But let Marshawn come out this game and Richie James or somebody get 100 yards.
That's very true, bro. Marshawn only showed when you go against Mike Evans.
Let this game come down to a Will Lutz field goal. Let the 49ers be at this game at the last minute. I'm gonna be very disappointed.
What you mean come down to a Will Lutz?
It don't matter if we 7-2.
Oh, you talking about if we win by 3?
This should be a dominant game, just like we saw the Packers have a dominant game against this team.
Yeah.
The Niners had 10 days to prepare for us, though. They had a Thursday night football game last week, though.
So they're making excuses.
I'm just letting you. I'm just presenting the facts.
Hey, I'm gonna be 100 with you. If these boys don't come out busting their ass, bro, I'm a problem.
As we get to Demond, though, your team was. I don't want to say embarrassed, but
that was crazy.
The Bills did come out and y'all. Can you talk to me about that game and what went wrong for your Seattle Seahawks?
Don't talk about the score because the score doesn't talk about the whole game. It don't talk about the
video, bro.
Yeah, you could turn it on though.
No, it wouldn't let me.
Oh, I got you.
Well, this Seahawks Bills matchup. What my boy Chris Paul say? Got out of hand pretty quick. I mean, off the kickoff, Andre Roberts returned it 60 yards. Took Josh Allen 3 plays to go score 7-0.
Jesus.
Trey White had his hands full with DK. DK had a big little first catch. Bills defense held, got off the field. 14-0 before you blink. So of course our defense was the issue. Boom. Russell Wilson. Of course, this is the thing about Russell Wilson. He has to be perfect. And through these games where everybody had him as MVP candidate, he was perfect. Now there's been a little rocky in the road when we play some more good teams, and these teams is not going to spare us on defense. The Bills ran the ball 4 times. They just did not respect our defense.
Oh my God!
But I do want to say the Seahawks. I mean, at a point, it was 20-27. Jamal Adams has a big sack. Then after that, we have an opportunity to go score, and we didn't. And then they got the ball back, and that was it. They kept scoring after that. So I do want to say Josh Allen looked great. That's the Josh Allen that I was hyping up all through the beginning of the year. He passed for 400 yards. I mean, our defense is giving up 300 yards a game, like in their sleep. So you look at that, but the thing that's interesting about the Seahawks defense is we had 7 sacks last week. Now, we gave up 40 points, but it's progression, man. There's a lot of football left to be played. We play the Rams this week, and now you run the possibility of turning some of those sacks into interceptions, overthrows, and guys are still getting there. Carlos Dunlap played well. So I'm not too concerned. Not every quarterback has the mobility of Josh Allen. Is going to be able to keep those things going, keep plays alive, and then find somebody. So we'll see what happens, but big bounce back, man. Big bounce back.
Yeah, it's a big game.
Let me tell you about these next 2 weeks, boy. Russell Wilson could stamp his MVP campaign. Now, I think Mahomes is leading it. I think it's his to lose right now. If they win out, which I can very much see them doing, they have a very tough schedule. Don't get me wrong. You look at their schedule; they got to play the Bucs and the Saints, which are going to be 2 tough matchups. That Dolphins matchup, I cannot wait. I mean, we hyping up Tua, but you talking about Tua, Patrick Mahomes, the Chiefs going back to where they just won a Super Bowl. It's gonna be an interesting game.
You gotta mention Brian Flores was on that Patriots staff 2018 when they held the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game.
Talk about it. And they have Xavier Howard is tied for second in picks right now with 4. Byron Jones. They have a lot of Kyle Van Noy. Got a lot of interesting players on that defense.
They about to engage 8 Tua.
Huh?
They about to engage 8 Tua.
He said engage 8.
I heard him. Just but a lot then I mean, like, there's no game right here that is just a comfortable win. The Chiefs are past that point. So all of these games, we saw the Raiders take them down. Now you got to play 3 out of the 4 in the NFC South, and we just saw them. They got by through the skin of their teeth against the Panthers. Yep. So, I mean, I think it's Mahomes to lose right now. But if you could pull back up the Seahawks schedule real quick for me. When you look at the Seahawks, big bounce back game for Russell Wilson. Has a great game against the Rams. I think that could put him back on top of Mahomes on a bye this week. Got to see how Rodgers plays against the Jaguars. I think that's another stat game for him.
Talk about it.
But then next week, you got Russell Wilson again on Thursday Night Football. Back-to-back calls with Joe Buck and Troy Aikman on the call now. His little boost. Then Monday Night Football against the Eagles. Now, after these Rams and Cardinals matchups, the matchups get real sweet. The Giants, the Jets, both at home.
Not fair.
Washington football team. These are 3 stat games. Now, Washington one is going to be a little tough.
That's low-key a trap game.
Yeah, it will go into Washington. But he has the opportunity to close out the season. Now, that second Rams game is going to be tough as well. But that, we'll have to see. But Russell Wilson is not out of this thing in the MVP, and I don't think the Seahawks are out of this thing in the 1 seed. They still control their own destiny. So we'll see.
Got you. Kirk Carter, welcome back. How you doing, man?
I've been here. I just ain't been talking to me.
That's how you feel?
I was listening.
Are the Saints the best team in the NFC before we preview Week 10 of the NFL?
After last week, yes, but that don't mean nothing. In the NFC, it could change every week. One week will make you over here.
Yeah, it's tight. Look at it. 1, 2, 3, then 4, 5, 6. And the Bears 5 and 4. As we preview Week 10 of the NFL, the games I'm looking forward to this week, one is on actually right now, the Colts versus Titans. I have the Colts winning the AFC South still, and this is a big. If they pull this game out, this will be a huge win for them to make a playoffs, host a playoff game. Another game I'm looking forward to this week is, of course, the Bills versus Cardinals. Kyler Murray is so fun to watch against Josh Allen and that defense. They could Trey White versus DeAndre Hopkins. Last time we seen them was AFC wildcard matchup, where Trey White was handling Hopkins, and Hopkins broke off later in the second half. So I'm definitely looking forward to that matchup. And last but not least, I'm low-key excited for the Vikings-Bears on Monday night. It's time to see if the real Nick Foles, man.
No, it's done. Stop.
Wait, what do you mean it's done?
It's done. Put Trubisky back in. Nick Foles is done.
Yes, I kind of agree.
You have 2 choices. Put Trubisky in and let him be your starter for the rest of the year. Or take Nick Foles out, run the ball 3 times, and put him back in and hope he catch fire again. One of those, because Nick Foles is not looking good.
I agree. And the Vikings are currently the 10th seed in NFC. A couple wins will get them back on schedule as they play the Bears, then the Cowboys, then the Panthers, which are 3 winnable games that can put them back in the thick of things of the NFC playoff picture. So I'm looking forward to that game on Monday Night Football. You got it, Jay. You can go, or Demond, whoever wants it.
3 games I'm looking forward to the most are Chargers Dolphins. Can't wait to see Justin Herbert and Tua square off. I'm very much looking forward to that game. I am looking forward to seeing if the Patriots keep this same approach on the Ravens. After that, Cam, impressive performance, albeit against the Jets, but he threw the ball. Hey, I said Cam can't throw the ball. He threw the ball. So we're gonna see who wants to throw the ball less between him and Lamar. I'm looking forward to the Bills and Cardinals matchup. Hopefully the Bills did their job on us last week, so they do their jobs on the Cardinals this week. And of course the Seahawks Rams. I mean, Aaron Donald, Russell Wilson, DK Metcalf, Jalen Ramsey. More could you ask for?
My mama said Jalen Ramsey and DK gonna be fighting. What's the over/under on
that? Stay posted on Every Yards Matters. Go back the page. We got a post coming on that. But this is a physical matchup. The defensive coordinator for the Rams has said he doesn't know if Jalen Ramsey is going to travel because you got to respect Tyler Lockett, and you also have to respect the fact that they put Jalen Ramsey all over the field. But I want to see it all game. It's a physical matchup. DK not backing down. He didn't back down last year. He caught a big ball after he got a 15-yard penalty for pushing him. Jalen Ramsey gets in guys' heads. That's what he does. And then DK comes back and catches the ball on 3rd and 22. I mean, you can't make stuff like that up. It's just an elite matchup between two great players.
Got you. Jace, what are the matchups you're looking forward to this week?
I'm going to call it here first, okay?
Uh-oh.
I think Joseph Burrow is going to give the first air.
It might not be that crazy. No Big Ben. Big Ben might not play due to COVID.
I think you're gonna give him that first hit. I'm looking forward to that one. Then I'll go Bills and Cardinals, of course. Then Saints and Niners. But what Damon was saying with the Seahawks and Rams, I think DK will win this little matchup if Ramsey doesn't travel. But I feel like he'll win this little matchup because this is a different DK than last year. So
true.
It is. Talk about it, Jace. It is.
Different
all pro first team DK Metcalf.
That boy is going insane. So I'm definitely
feeling I say that, bro, but honestly, it's gonna be a little hard. You got Devontae Adams.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
You got DeAndre Hopkins.
That's true, but
Tyreek Hill has 9 touchdowns. Like
Tyreek been doing this quietly.
This
receiver is his first 100-yard game this week against the Panthers. I think that's very interesting. But like I said, there's a lot of football to be played, but 9 touchdowns is very impressive.
This year for receivers, they're going to put you got D-Hop. Stephon Diggs is going crazy too.
Yep.
He's leading the league in catches and receptions.
DK.
Reception yards and catches.
Yeah. Devontae, all of them. Hey, but D-Hop pissed me off last week, man.
Yes, sir.
Talk to me about that. How you gonna talk about you the best receiver in the league, but don't have a ball in your hand at all? I don't even think he got targeted.
He got targeted. Xavier Howard was fouling him.
6 points.
He got me 6 points, Damon. 6 points.
I mean, you did lose to Bruiser, whose season is about to end this week. So
I'm about to beat Derek ass. Carter, what is your week 10 preview for this week, though?
My 3 what?
What are your favorite matches for this week or for this week?
I'm excited to see Tua play Herbert. I'm also excited to see the Cardinals Bills. Saints Niners is the rematch, Craig.
Yeah, boys, 3 match.
And then I'm interested to see how the Bucks play against the Panthers.
Yep. How they gonna respond?
And the Panthers coming off an L they could have had as a W. So, but if McCaffrey don't play, then I don't really care.
Well, he's not gonna play. So you don't care.
So he gonna play against.
Bears could be good. That's a big matchup.
So he'll play against me, but he'll for sure. Okay.
Gotcha. Those are our week 10 matches we are looking forward to this week. And before we transition to music, I would like to say rest in peace and my condolences to the Robinson family, Jamar Robinson, and let me get what'd you say, Damon? And Robinson tragically passed away over this weekend in Puerto Rico. I want to say rest in peace and condolences to their family. I also want to say before we get into new music, rest in peace to King Von, who died. It was killed this past weekend as well. After we were just discussing for our top 5 music, a day later, we found out about that news. So rest in peace to those. Condolences to each and every one of their families.
Yep.
Bless you.
Thanks, Chase.
All right.
Let's go.
So last week we got an emergency tsunami. I actually like a good amount of songs on there. My favorite is the song with Side Baby, Do You Deed, and I like Don't Need Friends with Lil Baby. I give him the best drop last week for sure. I also Kodak Black dropped the other day. I'm not a fan of it.
Heard it was. Come on, Jace.
I downloaded 2 out of 11, but the 2 might have been. I haven't went back and listened yet.
Jace, how much of a young boy fan are you? Because I can't listen to them songs on YouTube. I can't stay on YouTube for more than 5 minutes.
Sad thing is, it's already on Apple Music.
You downloaded it yourself?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
I listened to a little bit on YouTube. It sounded good, but I was like, I'm not. It's YouTube, so.
Came out kind of
new music coming out tonight. We have Lil Uzi Vert and Future, Pluto.
Hidden features or no features? You think?
Baby Pluto.
Is that confirmed? Wait, before you go, is that confirmed?
Yeah.
Am I gonna get my hopes up, or is that really a project?
I think it's supposed to be tonight, right?
Yeah.
It's tonight.
Yeah.
You think it ain't gonna cap?
Uzi posted on his Instagram.
Uzi and Future posted it.
Wait, we're trusting. Okay, you said Future. Okay, about to say we're trusting Uzi.
Yeah, you know Future gonna drop if you say you're gonna drop.
Yeah.
Dropping a project called F Everybody 3. Kodak Black, Bill Israel. We just talked about that. 2 Chainz, So Help Me God. Octavian Alpha. Jay Guapo, Lost Files. Lil Tracy, Designer Talk 2. Jack Boy, Living in History Deluxe. Lil Soldier Mentality 2. Lil Nas X is dropping a single called Holiday. DJ Scheme and Corday and Ski Master Slump God are dropping a song called Soda. Black Youngster and Lil Durk dropped a song called Trench B, out now. Lil Mosey dropping a song called Jumping Out the Face. Rico Nasty dropping a song called Oh For Real. Chris King dropping a song featuring Trippie Redd, a couple more bars. Yeah. Oh, and Masego dropped a song featuring Don Toliver called Mystery Lady, out now.
I have a question.
What's your question, Jace?
So this new collab with Future and Uzi, right?
Right.
Who y'all think is gonna outweigh the other?
Future having a great 2020.
Uzi is too. Not like Uzi.
I feel like I don't think any one of them gonna blow each other out the water and nothing like that, but I don't know. Uzi, ain't this his first collab?
Nah.
Nope.
Uzi got a collab album with Gucci. But he did say he was treating whatchamacallit, like he said he was treating this year like 2016. He did drop 3 albums now. 3 projects.
I don't know. I feel like Uzi might
I think who will carry one another? I don't know.
I feel like they one of them can carry each other.
Yeah, I think they'll both have like their moments. I think a better question is, where do you guys think this collab project will rank? We've seen like in recent memory that some collab albums aren't well received, like Huncho Jack, Savage Mode with Metro Boomin and Big Sean, the Future and Juice WRLD one, the Thug and Future one, like it wasn't well received, like unanimous. I'm saying y'all might like it, but like I'm thinking like big, like scope, like bigger scope.
Super Slimy was very super slimy. I was finna
I like all the Future collab albums, but I still need to. I never really gave the Juice WRLD and Future album a listen, like a full listen. I like a couple songs off there, but as far as
That's what I was saying. My question was, where do you guys think this collab album will rank? Will it be like What a Time to Be Alive kind of hype, or like Without Warning? Like what are you guys' expectations for this project?
Well, there was a lot of hype around it when it first was about to drop, and then they waited for a couple months. And I'm still excited, but when I look at the 2 songs that Uzi and Future dropped this year, All Bad, Off, High Off Life, and then What's Up, I think this album has the potential to be great.
Paddock one too?
Yeah, but that was, I think, like a single, but I don't think it's going to be on.
That's going to be on the...
It might be on there, but I guess we'll see.
What are they doing?
I don't know.
Carter, do you agree about Future and Lil Uzi's new project? What are your expectations for it?
I think it'll be good. The singles they released weren't bad.
Got you.
I'll come out and say it and not waste your time. I don't have a top 5, so
we could do a King Von top 5.
I was thinking that. So okay.
Can everybody do a King Von top 5?
I can.
Right, I'm on. I was working on mine earlier. I ain't gonna lie.
I just feel like this little collab that coming out, it wasn't like it wasn't as hype as a lot of collabs. Cause like it just came up upon us. So like we knew they was working together.
They like the mindset is they had hype, then it just went away. Like they stopped marketing it.
So
all right, bet. We're gonna do our top 5 King Von songs.
Top five.
Oh wait, damn, I messed up. We're gonna do our top 5 King Von songs in memory of King Von, who
top five.
Who passed away this week. And we'll kick it off with Jace. Jace, take it away.
I don't have any honorable mentions or nothing like that.
Okay.
But Welcome to O Block, like I just what's it called when it came out, probably listened to the whole thing. So 5 was Demon. 4 would be Armed and Dangerous. And then 3 Took Her to the O. And then 2 Crazy Story. And then 1 The Code with Polo G.
Damon?
My honorable mention. I don't like her verse, Dreezy, but Mad at You. That song is hard. Welcome to O Block. Number 5, Can't Relate. Crazy. Took It to the O is number 4 for me. How I Go is number 3, but that's my favorite. Like that second verse, that's my favorite Vaughn verse. Now what you gonna do? You gonna run your shit? Yeah, you was going crazy. Crazy Story 2.0 with Dirt. The remix, that's my second. And then Crazy Story Part 3 is number 1 for me. I think like that's storytelling. Like I'm sitting there, I was driving back tonight. I mean, I heard it like
you stupid.
I heard it plenty stop. But he was like, but I stopped, looked to my right. I said, oh, look at what? Stop playing with it now. That's my top 5.
All right, I'll go. I got 3 honorable mentions. I got Rollin' featuring YNW Melly off of LeVon James. I got High Go off of Armed and Dangerous. Off of Welcome to O Block. And my last honorable mention is 3 a.m. off of LeVon James. Number 5, Can't Relate off of Welcome to O Block. Number 4, Armed and Dangerous off of Welcome to O Block. He always has great intro songs. I also like Something Else off of LeVon James. Number 3, I got 2 a.m. off of LeVon James. Number 2, I have Down Me featuring Lil Durk. That song went stupid. And number 1, I basically combined Crazy Story and the third Crazy Story to which is one Crazy Story. So number 1 is just Crazy Story. That's I remember back in August, me, Jason, Cut, just watching videos. Derek told me about them, and I became a fan. I saw the music video. Music video was crazy. It was good though.
Boy, it's crazy.
So Booz is very similar to his brother. I got 3 honorable mentions. I got Why He Told GTA off of Welcome to O Block, and then 3rd I got Rollin' featuring Melly off LeVon James. Number 5 I got Can't Relate. Number 4 I got Armed and Dangerous. Number 3 I got Crazy Story with Lil Durk. Number 2 I got 2 a.m. and number 1 I got Down Me with Lil Durk.
Down Me went stupid.
What's
It's really underrated. What is it?
What producer tag did Vaughn go crazy on? Because DJ on the beat, so it's a bang. I don't know. It's like every song is a Dirt feature when you do that.
Yeah.
We fighting them cases.
Will a fool?
Is that a podcast?
I think that's a podcast.
Wrap it up.
Is there any news breaking? Just want to make sure. Make sure you guys go out and early vote for if you're in Georgia for the Senate seats. December 14th is early voting. WandaVision comes out next year in January on Disney Plus.
Yes, sir. Y'all seen that Power trailer, boy?
Need it.
Boy, that jump, bro, crazy.
And if you haven't, go get yourself a PS5. We don't rock with Sony in this household. I mean, we don't rock with Microsoft in this household. We rock with Sony.
There you go.
Make sure you go get that.
Can't do nothing for
Microsoft,
Xbox, brother.
Microsoft released their console a little bit smoother than Sony, but
They did.
Because it was less wanted.
Supply and demand. And this will conclude episode 81 of the Pack Life Podcast. Thank you for tuning in. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We're available to you on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, and YouTube. Follow us at Pack Life Pod or Pack Life Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. Beside me, we got First Arrival. He wasn't the first arrival. Beside me, we got Slim Reaper, Jace. Mr. Wood.
Hey, R.I.P. Vaughn. R.I.P. to the Westlake. I don't remember his name, but Westlake principal
Robinson. Yep.
Yeah, his wife. It's very tragic.
Facts. Diagonally, we got my brother, Mr. Carter.
Cutthroat. Y'all stay safe out here and take care of yourself.
Last but not least, we got Mr. Demond.
Thank you for having me. Go check out the Every Yards Matters page. Every Yards Matter podcast 4 coming out with me and Sir Bruiser Carter. Wear a mask. Be safe. Love you people. Rest in peace, Principal Jamar Robinson and his wife Ann Mary. I think I'm saying it right. Ann Mary Robinson. Been saying prayers for their 2 sons all week. Anybody watching this from Fulton County area has been supporting. That has rubbed me the right way. And also there's been I did start a GoFundMe. I took my GoFundMe down because the family wanted to do an official one. If I have information on that, you can go check my Instagram at Demond DGeisWill, and I'll be sharing that around too.
Facts. And even the governor Kemp gave Mr. Robinson a shout out. So it just shows like what kind of person Mr. Robinson is. He could just help and just aid and be a great leader, like wherever he was. And last but not least, I'm your host, Bruiser Carter. Thank you for rocking with us. Thank you for tuning in. Stay safe. Dealing with troubling times. Make sure you're prayed up, ready to go. And we out of here.
New Pack Life.